Guys, here we are again. Another DC Movie News Character Corner Suicide Squad blowout. Now we're talking Digger Harkness. Say that again, that is his name. Digger Harkness, Captain Boomerang, created by John Broome and Carmen Infantino in Flash 117, December 1960. Guys, I'm just going to let that picture speak for itself. That right there is Captain Boomerang in all his glory. But there was a reason I found out for this costume. I didn't even know this, so I was doing my research, looking it up. Digger Harkness was a criminal, trying to kind of branch out. He was obviously Australian, so they kept that. And he found a man who owned a toy company. And boomerangs. He wanted to bring boomerangs into, the popular culture. And he, back in the 60s, you got to remember, toys were different. It was, yo-yos and tops and those ping pong paddles with a little rubber ball that you bounce back and forth, which, think of it now, I think a DC movie villain had, or character villain had one of those toys. I think it was Tinker or the Toy Man. But anyway, so he wanted to create Boomerang as the next big toys craze. So he hired an actor, or he was looking to an actor to be this kind of mascot of his company. And Digger Harkness saw that. He was from Australia. He kind of had a thing for boomerangs, and that was his thing because he could use them really well. So he went in and then he took on the character of Captain Boomerang. This is kind of like, think of like Ronald McDonald or the Burger King as a criminal. So he was like, wow, I'll get around, I'll build my identity, I can, use that, and then I'm going to go and be a bad guy and steal things and rob banks. So it's ridiculous, but also kind of cool, and explains why he looked like that. It was just ridiculous. Then, of course, he went on to battle the Flash, became one of the rogues galleries. His boomerangs are steel tip. They hit you, they turn you to ice. There's flame boomerangs, electric boomerangs, all these different ones. So it's kind of cool because, that kind of crazy kind of origin kind of washed away when he moved into the Rogues Gallery at the Flash. And he was always there with Mirror Master, Heatwave, Captain Cold, and these guys. Whenever the Rogue showed up, he was there. Kind of a cool twist that they took off of, if you guys haven't read it yet, read Identity Crisis by Rags Morales and Brad Metzler. I just bought the Absolute Edition at Comic-Con because I haven't read it in a few years. And this, man, it really grounds these characters, and that's the great thing about them. Some of these crazy, stupid origins, then writers take them over, and you feel for these characters. He was kind of a washed-up character at this point. He kind of gave him a pot belly. But the cool thing was, and spoiler alert, is he dies in this, and his son takes over of Captain Boomerang. So for a lot of the 2000s, it was Captain Boomerang's son taking up the mantle of him. For these films, and then he kind of became a good guy for a while. He was, making up for the sins of his father, which was really cool. But then we bring us to Suicide Squad, and we get the original Digger Harkness. That is how he is in this film, the crazy Australian that you see in all these things. It's very similar to I was in Justice League Unlimited, but almost taken up to the extreme. And this guy looks like an a-hole in the film. If you guys, you've seen those shots so far, I don't want to ruin it. He is kind of despicable in this film. He's kind of the guy you don't want to like, but I have a feeling he is going to be the kind of the standout, the breakout. That one shot of the trailer with him drinking the beer, everyone loved that thing. I think people are going to kind of gravitate to him. He'll be the comedy relief among all these wacky types. So for him surviving the film on this one, I think because he's going to be a fan favorite, I'll give him 90% that he's making it through this film. Because also, and this is a really cool thing, guys, that when I was researching this, I found out there's talk that Batman was the one who brought all of these villains to, whether it's Belle Reve or Arkham at the beginning of this film. There is talk that the Flash makes a cameo in this film, and I didn't know about that. Ezra Miller's been cast for a while. But watching the trailer again, there's a scene where Boomerang is it's his back coming to the audience, and there's this blue lightning around him. Now, I know there's lightning in the Suicide Squad film, could be Enchantress, but if you watch all that we're getting now of Ezra Miller's Flash in BVS and in the Justice League sizzle reel, his way that he creates the Speed Force is that blue lightning. He doesn't do the yellow, like Barry Allen on the TV show or in the comics. So it's kind of a blue lightning. I'm putting two and two together there. It's me spitballing. It's a cool me trying to fanboy out, thinking maybe that's the Flash dropping him off and then just speeding out of there. I don't know. We'll see what happens with this one. But hopefully he's surviving, because I hope this character will be great to either see him interact with Ezra Miller or Batman in the film. We'll see you on the next one, guys.